Your wedding anniversary. This has been hands down the most depressing, miserable, horrible 3 years of my life. I've never hated another person more than I hate the person that I married. I run my ass off and I do everything for everybody in my life. He goes to work. Yeah, his job's hard. Yeah, his hours suck. He works. That is all he does. I am 30.
So right off the bat, this is what a lot of modern women do. Well, he's not doing as much as I am. Even if his job sucks and it's terrible, he works really hard. The job is hard. He works trash hours. It still doesn't equal to how hard I'm working because I'm Superman.
Years old, and I'm literally begging for the bare minimum every single day. Yeah, I don't work, but the amount of weight I carry, I can tell you why I've stayed. Money.
Right.
It's that simple. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And yeah, I know
I mean, I feel like at this point, just stop talking. Just quit talking.
I can leave because trust me, I am leaving. But people can't just walk out and leave one day when you have kids and 12 years of life wrapped up together. You can't just walk away with nothing. In sickness and health, better or worse, like, no. You gotta have a plan.
A few moments later.
My husband left the night that I posted that original video.
And really, honestly and truly, he needed to. He needed to. Talking crazy, just silly. He wasn't really doing anything, not as much as me. Just really talking reckless on the internet. A trash wife, honestly. Well, I can't just leave. He has all of the money and, 12 years and da-da-da-da and all that other nonsense. Well, shut your mouth. Get out there, get a job. Save up a little bit. I'm sure you have somebody out there that feels sorry for you. Tap into that community. Go out there and make a little money. Get your own place. And then move out. Move in silence. But a lot of times you guys can't be quiet. So that's why that happened to you.
The whole kid. And what? I'm sorry. And what?
Now, mind you, what's about to happen, modern women tell men that they're scared. They're afraid of men. Men are predators. All of them, by the way. That's why they choose to marry.
And what?
I'm sorry, I got a whole kid.
And what? And what? And what?
I'm sorry, I got a whole
And
kid.
what?
So you put your hands on him, number one. Number two, you got people there watching. How come you didn't step in and help him out? Oh, wait, you don't care.
What? Okay then.
Are you married?
Yes,
You got kids?
I do.
How many kids you
I
got?
have one.
You been married before?
I have not.
Sorry. That's a deal breaker. I mean, how old are you?
38.
Yeah, 38. Never been married, got kids. That's a deal breaker. I don't like quitters. You might as well stay single.
He said, I'm like, what? Did she pop? Oh, she had the nerve to pop. The man was you see that? She popped. He was in the middle of telling her, we're not going to do this. And she decided to pop that little, I'm going to reject you before you reject me. The man had already rejected you.
Never been married, got kids. That's a deal breaker.
And the way she did it, she thought that was a power move.
I don't like quitters. You might as well stay single. Probably good at it.
Oh,
Dang.
I don't get it.
Dang.
oh.
That's
but
crazy.
I love the fact that, Manny is younger, and it's very helpful that he's handy. And when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He throws the garbage out. He does the heavy stuff.
Well, right, Sonny, but plenty of times, every single one of you on this show slammed men and called them misogynists for saying that they prefer women who clean, cook, and take care of the children. Yet now, you just praised some of men's duties, like picking up your bags and taking out the trash. So to me, it sounds like you have no issues with gender roles when it benefits you.
Does the wage gap exist?
I just think you're brainwashed. Something.
You think I'm brainwashed?
I think that there is a lot of expectations for women to behave a certain way.
Are there not expectations for men to behave a certain way too?
Yes, there are.
I would almost argue it's easier to start a business in America as a woman. You have preferential treatment when it comes to loans, preferential hiring process. Literally just because you're a woman, women.
Oh, slow down now. You talking too much sense. They don't want to hear that. You're talking too much sense. Slow down now. Let's move on to something where they can be a victim in.
Women are the majority of college graduates. Life being a woman, I feel like in some ways kind of life on easy mode if you play into the corporate structure. They literally have empowerment programs that they don't allow men, let alone straight white men in. There's literally a multi-billion-dollar corporate push to empower women. You know, you think I'm brainwashed, you can think that, but you also espouse an ideology that you can't even give me literally one example why you actually believe it, let alone define it, but you just slap that label on because that's what mainstream society's told you to believe.
That's it. That's it. It's a trend. A lot of these modern women love trends. They love trends more than, I would say, the average. I think a lot of people love trends. But modern women love them more than the average person. They live their life off of trends. If somebody's dating a certain type of guy, that's the one that we want to date. I'm looking for a man in finance. Whoop! We're all going to be looking for a man in finance. We might be looking for a man that's 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack. That's what we're all going to be looking for. If everybody's buying this certain type of makeup, we will all, the vast majority of us, be buying this makeup. Highs and lows. That's why you have seasonal stuff. If it was up to men, there would be no spring cleaning. There wouldn't be any spring cleaning. But because modern women in general, they have to change that wardrobe. They have to dust this out and clean this up, which some things, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but some of this stuff, you don't need a totally new wardrobe for spring, for winter. Oh, that was so last fall. Get with the times. Wear this expensive set of boots and pants. Those boots from last year are just fine. I'll wear those again. This jacket is worn out, so I'll get another one of those. But other than that, I don't need a totally new wardrobe that I have to go and drop $5 to $10 grand on.
So I think you're actually the one who's...
And really, honestly and truly, that's why things like Fashionista and Shein are so popular. Because now I can keep up with the Joneses without breaking the bank.
Brainwashed.
I'm brainwashed.
Girl, you are so based.
Thank you.
This video is for
common
married
sense.
men. Do you have anything to say to single men?
Well, yes. Yes, I do. And I'm willing to bet the ladies, they're going to lose their minds over what I'm about to say to my
They will.
young gentlemen friends, which is this. Don't do it. Just don't. Look, I'm all for marriage, and it should be something to strive for. But, and this is a big but, the risk nowadays far outweighs any reward. 55% of all marriages end up in divorce, most often filed by the woman because she's bored or thinks she can do better. That's an absolute reality. And those 45% that do stay together, well, roughly a third of the men in them are miserable, but staying due to finances or the kids. Remember, even the so-called good ones can be turned, especially once all her jealous girlfriends start telling her for months or years even that you're a loser and she can do better.
Exactly. Well, let's go out. Let's have a little drink. Hey, let's meet for happy hour. Yeah, cool. I can meet for happy hour, but I need to be cooking dinner at the house right around 6 or 7. And only the women that keep those boundaries, because these women are single. Some of these ladies are single, so they really ain't got nothing else to do. It's in their best interest that you stay outside so they can have something to do. Other than that, I'm gonna be alone. I'm gonna be by myself.
And in that divorce, you'll almost certainly lose everything. Lose your house, the good car, your pets, access to the kids, and a good portion of your income for years to come.
Yep.
So while marriage used to be the ideal, it isn't anymore. Instead, what I would do is choose to live together, if anything.
Dang.
Set up a trust that owns all your property so she can't get access to it. Have a written agreement between you that she is to pay 50% of the mortgage as rent, as well as 50% of the other bills. Protect yourselves, gentlemen, and your assets as best as you can, because trust me, my young friends, today's modern women are always looking to cash in.
And unfortunately that has been the case. Once again, I think about Tiger Woods and how he had his girlfriend staying in the house. She tried to essentially bully her way into staying in his house. She would not get out. They had to trick her into leaving. And when she did, They had somebody go in, pack all her stuff up, and set it outside the door. Then, if that wasn't enough and she didn't get the hint, she tried to hire a lawyer and take Tiger Woods to court, talking about he owes me money. He doesn't owe you anything. You're not his wife. What are you doing? Go sit down.
They don't actually believe in commitment at all, and their word has been proven to be absolutely meaningless.
Yep.
The truth is they're always looking to upgrade, and the minute she thinks she can, she's going to toss you aside and try and take as much from you as she can as her reward. Like it or not, that's the reality. And yes, that is sad, but it is what it is, and it's not going to change anytime soon.
100,000 women went on strike today in Iceland to demand gender equality. The entire population.
And it all already looks like they just hanging out. Like ain't nothing going on. They just, I feel like a lot of these things, they're just women hanging out. They didn't want to go to work that day. Well, some of them, they really believe they're there for a cause. Some of them do. But some of these ladies, they just mad. Something didn't happen. And they, oh, you ain't listening to my feelings. You ain't validating me. So we're going to go out. We're going to do it. We're going to skip work. We're going to go out. We're going to go out and stand outside. No matter how cold it is, we're going to stand outside and be mad. It really is amazing what emotions can drive you to do.
Just 370,000. So over 25% of the population went on strike, and I have some crazy news for you. The economy did not come to a stop, and it continued as normal. The only memo I got was that HR departments were getting no complaints for the 24 hours that the women were on strike, and men were writing that they were really sorry women didn't get gender equality, but I heard one CEO said it was nice to finally get some shit done, end quote.
That's crazy.
What they mean when they say marriage is hard.
Cero acierto. Cero acierto. Un acierto.
Hay que regresar.
Un acierto.
El verde. No, el verde estaba aquí y el naranja estaba aquí. Así.
Cero acierto.
Bien. No lo regreses.
Un acierto.
¿Es el verde que va aquí?
El naranja es el que va aquí. El naranja déjalo ahí.
Cero acierto.
No muevas eso.
This has to be a joke. It's got to be a joke. I mean, this is a joke, man.
Un acierto.
He's got pink. What are you doing?
Cero acierto. Dos aciertos.
El rosa, el fucsia.
No, el fucsia va aquí. A ver, ahí.
Un acierto.
Bien.
Literally everything wrong. Literally everything wrong.
Dos aciertos.
No, Ramón, deja el naranja aquí porque el naranja va aquí.
Bro.
Un acierto.
El naranja.
Bro.
Déjalo aquí, no lo muevas. Sí, el naranja va aquí.
I'm convinced this has got to be rage bait. It has to.
Fucsia también, déjalo ahí. Esto no lo muevas. Mueves de aquí para allá.
Girl, shut up.
Cero acierto.
Viste que no sabe.
Cero acierto.
Bien.
Un acierto.
El rojo es el otro que...
El rojo va aquí.
Cero acierto.
Bien. Vamos bien.
Bien.
Sí, porque estoy haciendo un
Bro.
descartamiento.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Un acierto.
not.
Un acierto quiere decir que es el fucsia.
Bro, look at the frustration on his face. You've literally done nothing. I don't even know if she got maybe but one or two right. That's foolishness, man. I know for sure that there's no way. I know for sure that that's rage bait. I refuse to believe anything else.
Can we talk about how good men will sometimes not approach a woman that he's interested in simply because he's trying to be respectful? And he definitely does not want to be seen as a creep. But the problem with this is that most single women want the man to find her and pursue her, which I think is generally okay because women are not socially practiced in the arts of men. But what's the solution? Because we can't all just sit back and complain that there's no good men because they're not the ones that are approaching.
I don't get approached a lot, but when I do, they're 22. And I have to be like, I'm 28. Have a great day.
No guy's approaching you. No one.
The problem is you guys think that y'all are so mature and that these guys aren't on your level. But when you really sit back and think about some of the stuff that comes out of your mouth and your mind, y'all are about the same level. Y'all are about the same wavelengths. So y'all need to start giving these men a chance. Just because y'all are, with the way that y'all think, y'all ain't too far off.
One's really talking to you. Can I just say that's an amazing thing, because that means your husband's prayers being answered. He's making sure that no one else catches your attention. So then when God wants to place you two together, it's just magic. So be excited. Be excited.
But he's not going to. Y'all don't listen to nobody. So y'all not going to find nobody.
Why is it always on the man to pursue you? Because let me break some of y'all's hearts. A man is only going to pursue you if there is value in you. If he sees something that he would like to maybe have one day. But in 2025, sadly, women are presenting themselves in a manner that all they really are offering is what's between their legs.
That's right.
So understand, you can't just sit on your couch watching Virgin River waiting for the man to knock on your front door like the UPS man. Sometimes, if you truly don't want to end up alone, maybe you can make some moves too and make.
You know, these modern women, man, they really are lazy. They're lazy. They want a man delivered to the door. I mean, think about it. These modern women are upset with a man because, well, men in general, at the concept of having a robot that goes around the house. She cooks and she cleans and does other stuff. They're mad at that concept. Oh, he's too lazy. How dare him? But they want to order a man to their specifications. So what you actually want, you want a robot too. No. It's different because I want to, and they'll tell you this, I want a robot for altruistic reasons. I want a robot for pure reasons. My intentions are pure. I want a robot to love on, and they love me back, and we spread love throughout the world because we raise children. But you hate women. You want to be a predator. Yada 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 yada. They're lazy, man. They're lazy, mentally lazy, physically lazy.
Make yourself available.
Fortunately, I'm not getting any male validation lately, so
Of course not.
I've actually been taking care of myself. I went to bed at 11, slept 9 hours, been reading, been going, like, right now I'm about to go to the gym. My life
So you're
is
bored.
so much
You're bored, basically.
better, and yet I miss it. I miss it. I do. It's literally been a
So in the absence of men, I decide to read. In the absence of men, I think I'll go to school. In the absence of men, I think I'll go to sleep. In the absence of their attention and validation, I guess I'll find some other things to do.
Am I doing something wrong? Or
Yes.
like, is that over with?
Your
Are they
energy.
just expecting us to come and talk to them? Like,
You're not
are y'all
worth
going to
approaching.
approach them?
Yeah, guys, these ladies are still wondering why men are not approaching them.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
They know why.
Is it just me, or
You
has
know
the
why?
rate at which guys approach girls plummeted? Men don't approach women any longer. What's tea? What's going on? Did I miss something? But it's weird. Like, I saw the cutest guy today at a dispensary.
He don't want you. He don't want you. I can guarantee that. Y'all be thinking that men are just going to come up and look you in your face and be like, hey, you the one. Like the right man. The right man that you want is going to do that. He's not. Y'all are not as cute as you think that you are. I don't care how many plants and pictures and how modern your aesthetic is and whatever hair you got on. They don't want you, bro. Oh, it's racism. This and that. It's not racism. You're not a good person, bro.
His voice was deep, like tilted my waist, and like, you know, not even a glance. Not even like a
No.
side eye. Nothing. That hurt my feelings.
Let me convince you to take me on a date. I wear minimal makeup and I'm all natural. I can cook and clean. I play video games topless. And I'm very submissive. Yes.
Okay. I think you could just cook. What do you cook, actually? Make potato, mashed potatoes. You do steak and eggs. Send me a list over. I'm intrigued by the cooking part.
Or no?
So you supposed to be the one that approached the female, and then you
But seriously, what can you cook?
gotta pay for her food for an opportunity to continue to pay for her food while she's still talking to other. Yeah, these intrusive thoughts, man. I'm trying to. I'm fucking trying, bro. But what? Makes no sense.
I personally don't find it creepy if men want to approach women and ask them out. I think it's how you do it is what's important. So if you go up to a girl and just start making small talk or right away compliment her, that can come off as creepy and annoying.
So, like a regular person, come up, hey, how you doing? Good. Nice weather. Yeah, I guess so. So that's creepy. That's weird. Hey man, I saw you from across the way. I want to come over and say, I love that dress. That looks fantastic, man. That's a good color on you. Oh, thank you so much. Listen, didn't want to take too much of your time, but I did want to introduce myself to you. My name is James. Saw you from across the way. I thought you looked beautiful. Like I said, I didn't want to waste too much of your time, but if you're open to it, wanted to know if I can get maybe your number. If not, you're uncomfortable with that, maybe your social media, just some way to get in contact with you. Love to take you out sometime. Maybe we can talk, and then if we're comfortable with each other, go out for dinner or something like that. I don't know how that sounds to you, but looking for your feedback. Something like that. That's it. You're saying that's creepy? Oh, man, this is exhausting.
I think the best way to go about it is to go up to her and be like, hey, are you single? I think you're really cute.
No.
Just like ask if she's even on the market. Because then if she isn't interested or actually is in a relationship, she can just be like, oh no, I'm in a relationship. Thank you though. I appreciate you coming and talking to me. Whatever. And then you can go about your merry way and you're not fully getting rejected because maybe she is in a relationship. Because most of the time, girls will say, oh, I'm in a relationship if they're trying to reject someone because sometimes you guys can be pushy as fuck and saying that we're in a relationship is the only way we can get you to scoot along your merry way.
Girl, be quiet.
One of my favorite ways to assert my dominance on the trail as a female hiker is when I see a guy pass me, I ask him, oh, was that your wife that just passed me like a mile ago? Obviously making the assumption that there was another woman that passed them. And every single time they get so defensive and they're like, what? No. Microfeminism, ladies.
This is the real reason.
But what's that going to do for him? Like, I don't even have a wife. Why would she be passing me? Why aren't your headphones on? Why are you bothering people? Y'all always think of the dumbest stuff to do. The dumbest stuff.
Why these guys are not approaching y'all. The big reason why, or a big reason why these men are not approaching you is because you are not approachable, sis. You got RBF syndrome, okay, rest in bitch face. The whole time when men approach you, you're like thinking all these negative thoughts about them. And they feel that energetically because energy is everything. And I'm a firm believer in that.
Honestly, they have RBF. They have RBA, resting B attitude. I mean, you could say RLF, resting lazy face, resting lazy life, RLL. Anything having to do with putting forth actual genuine effort, modern women lack it. Modern women are not good at catering to men in relationships, at reciprocating in relationships, at really bringing anything to the table in relationships. It really is hilarious once you think about it, how useless some of these modern women can be just because they don't do anything.
And you're walking around with the stinkest face. Sis, I wouldn't want to approach you either.
There's this dating epidemic that's happening right now. Women do not need men.
It's an epidemic because that's what you decided it was going to be. Whatever is happening that's catastrophic in my world is an epidemic. Off rip.
Who get bank accounts, houses, they have careers on their own. And so as a result, it's challenging societal norms of the way men value themselves when it comes to being successful for relationships.
You know those jokes where people used to be like, man, I've got haters. And it was a joke. Like they used to talk about haters in songs and stuff like that. But it would be a joke. Oh man, I've got haters. And, you know, just in general, when you say, man, if you ain't got any haters, you're not doing it right. I feel like modern women have taken that to the next level. Like, oh, he hates me because of this. He doesn't even know you. Oh, he hates me because of the shoes that I wear. I don't think he noticed those either. Oh, he hates me because of the hat that I wear. My hat was more expensive than his. He hates me because I drive a better car than he does. Y'all drive the same car, it's just different colors. But even still, this color red is more is more higher status than his. Are you talking stupid right now? Are you talking silly right now? What are you talking about? Nothing about you is better than him. Not at all. But he's a hater of mine. No, he's not. He doesn't even know you. They make up these games in their head about men hating them. And the man doesn't even know that you exist. It's not an epidemic.
Whereas the flip side, a lot of women are saying men need to step it up emotionally, which is why I talk a lot about emotional intelligence and how that's what women want. There's this push and pull happening right now with society. I want to know, though, what are your thoughts?
What's the craziest thing?
I think that, once again, looking at the area around you, y'all are looking for emotional intelligence, and y'all be talking in code and quote unquote a higher vocabulary because you didn't got a picture on your wall. Because you decided I'm going to go for a modern look. So now that I have a modern look in my home, in my car, in my office space, it's really nice and it's clean. All of a sudden I'm sophisticated and I'm demure. I'm sophisticated and nice enough to give this type of opinion because look at me, I've got it all together. No, you don't. Be quiet.
You got the ick for it.
I don't like to see happiness sometimes.
Man.
I don't know. I just saw a man like smiling, like, you know, after a party when you're popping balloons and like he was popping the balloon and he was like playing with it before he popped it. And
Now would be a great time to say I'm joking.
I looked over and I was just like, all the sexual tension leaving the room.
So this is why you're single, I guess.
Yeah.
I like that.
They think that's funny. They think that type is cute. Like that type of stuff is cute. And they really mean it. They're serious about it. Oh, if he does this and I'm not going to like him. It's just something about it. What specifically? I don't know. You got me the wrong way. Like what? Like just what was it? Tell me. What about what he was doing rubbed you the wrong way? I don't know. I just got a vibe. Oh, there's your vibe again. So basically you're being a hater right now. You're being a loser right now. You're thinking like a loser. That's what I'm gathering from you.
Ladies, the men have spoken. 400 of them, to be exact. And they love it when you approach. Not only do they love it when you approach, but they see you as so much more confident and attractive when you do. You are way more likely to meet a guy that you're into if you're willing to make the first move. Look, the Me Too movement was necessary and useful, but it also left a huge amount of men terrified of being seen as predators. If you were a sensible man, you'd agree. Better safe than sorry. So now it's up to us women to make it safe for men to shoot their shot. You don't have to be aggressive about it. Just walk up to him, smile, say hi, and let him take it from there. So what are you waiting for?
Women don't hate men. And
Women love men.
Like, it's interesting because that's literally what's been showing up all over my content, like this misunderstanding of like women are the one who pushed us away. No, it's not that they hate you. It's that they're just trying to protect themselves, and their form of protective mechanism is I'm going to do the best I can to try to protect myself by being independent, by doing these things. And like we are to some degree being brainwashed to believe that being independent is more empowering and that not needing a man is empowering. And then on the men's side of like, you have to be overly masculine, and there has to be that balance.
Do you believe that men are natural protectors, or is that learned behavior?
I think it's natural instinct.
It's something that you're taught growing up. I feel like if, like old school values, for example, like men were always taught that you should walk on the outside of the sidewalk. You should open the door. And I feel like the men that were taught that when they're younger are now better protectors than men that weren't.
I think it's learned behavior. And it's also like, what do you feel you need to be protected from, or what you need to be protecting?
How can men be natural protectors if men are the very thing that women need protection from?
You don't need protection from all men, just some.
I don't know that I would personally like look to a man to be protecting me. I'd want to learn to protect myself first.
But wouldn't that mean that like men are more likely to be protectors than be predators?
Well, there's a lot of different. This world is a dark place and has become a very dark place. There's a lot of good men out there and there's a lot of good women out there, but you need protection from both.
When someone says, I don't need anyone, I can handle everything on my own. So often what that really means is when I did need someone, no one was there. And so now it feels safer to not need anyone at all than to need someone and be let down again. We all need human connection and support. Those of us that say we don't often need it the most.
So I need you guys to tell me why I can't meet somebody in the gym. There's so many comments that people are like, that's not what the gym's for. Why? Why is it not? Why? Why can't I meet somebody in a healthy environment? Do I have to go to a bar? Does it have to be at a restaurant? Does it have to be out? Do I have to go clubbing? Because I ain't doing that. So I want to be in an annoying gym relationship. I want to be so in love and cutesy and my man comes up and grabs my butt after a squat. Like, I want that. I want my man to come up and kiss me while I'm at the gym. Like, oh, do you mind? Like, why? Why can't I have that? And why would I not meet someone at the gym when that is my goal? Is to be the annoying gym couple that is like super cute. Everyone's like, oh my God, they're so cute. Don't hate on my dream, you guys.
Men just don't come up to me because I think they think, oh, she got a boyfriend, or...
I know something that can fix that. There's a new app. It's launching soon. And it solves that problem. And it's called... Get it? Because you on the app? Huh? It's basically like Pokemon Go for dating. So you meet people in real life, real time, at events, tells you about dating events in the area. It lets other singles know that you're available and that you want to be approached.
If you don't wear makeup, you look like the maid. If you look like the maid, he will treat you like the maid.
I wonder what kind of great advice is going to be offered here.
If you look like the queen that you are, he will treat you like the queen that you are.
So wearing makeup is going to make a man treat a woman better. I wonder if they realize how shallow that sounds.
You yourself teach a man how you want to be treated.
Well, that part is true at least. A person does teach others how to treat them by how they allow themselves to be treated.
If you put energy and money in your looks and you actually make an effort and you look expensive, he knows you deserve princess treatment.
I mean, this could get more shallow if we really put in some effort.
Don't wear makeup and you dress for comfort, you literally become the personal assistant, the maid. Make him the prize, you make him the black cat, you make him the person on the pedestal, and you become the chaser.
I know I've said this before, but apparently it bears repeating. But women usually wear makeup for themselves. Most men actually prefer little to no makeup.
Happiest relationships and marriages are where the woman is the center of the marriage or the relationship, and she is being served. And therefore, she can also serve herself. In return, it makes her a better partner to him. Happy wife, happy life.
There are actually individuals out there that take this type of relationship advice to heart and genuinely believe that a successful relationship is one where one person is the center of it. Successful relationships are partnerships, and anyone who says differently is full of it.
If you want to know why men don't approach you in real life, I'm going to share exactly why that is. If you don't know me, I'm a professional dating coach. If you need more tips on your love life, hit the follow button. The first reason that you're not getting approached is because you got RBF. Look happy. Smile. Enjoy where you are and what you're doing and show it on your face. Because if you look like you have RBF, you're not going to be approachable. A guy's going to be freaked out by you. The second reason is because you're wearing headphones everywhere you go. If you got headphones on, people are going to assume that you're busy and men are not going to come up and try to talk to you. Try wearing no headphones when you go on walks. Or, maybe half of the walk you don't wear headphones, or when you're at the grocery store don't wear headphones. Wherever you can choose to not wear headphones, if you have a potential to maybe meet somebody, do that. Because that's going to increase your chances of getting approached by somebody. The third reason is because you're not making eye contact with people. If men pass you by, look at them, make eye contact, and smile. Those are two indicators that you are friendly and open. And they will feel more comfortable coming and talking to you if they see those signals. If you look away or you ignore them every time you pass them, they're definitely not going to want to come talk to you because you don't look approachable.
Okay, I just made a video about how things are a bit backwards here in Australia and the guys don't come up to the girls. The girls come up to the guys, and it seems a bit backwards, okay? One other thing that I've noticed is that I get catcalled and honked at when I'm walking on the street more than I ever have in my entire life living in Australia. Every single guy that drives by me is like, hey, sexy, hey, sweet cheeks, honk, honk, honk. And I'm like, what the, like, you'll honk at me, but you won't come up to me at the club. Like, make it make sense. Like, what the fuck?
So I think what you're saying is it's backwards because guys decide not to waste time on you. Men have decided, because what y'all think is your beauty is global. Y'all think y'all's attitude can escape. Just if I go somewhere, like, say for instance, some of these women will go to Europe and they'll think, oh, well, you know, men in Europe are this, they're that, they treat women a certain way. And they'll continue after a man done told them, hey, stop acting like that. Men aren't going to like that. Oh, well, the men in Russia, the men in Europe, oh, they like my attitude. You should have left your attitude back in the United States. You should have left your attitude on that plane. You should have left your attitude at customs. Because when you step into this country, these men expecting you to act a certain way. It don't mean that you need to be manipulated or you need to be controlled, but they're not expecting you to do all that stuff that you do in America. A lot of stuff in America you get away with. When you come over here, don't start that nonsense. You can't be over talking and trying to bulldoze and trying to bully men. Absolutely not. We expect our women a certain way. Either you do that or shut up and get the heck out of my face. They be thinking, well, I can just bring my attitude off the plane with me. I can talk to men any kind of way that I want. I'm going to have my voice. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. And a man's going to allow me to do it. And then they get out there, can't find no man. Men don't want to talk to them. Oh, it's a little bit backwards in Australia. No, it's not. What's backwards is your thinking. You thought you was going to be able to go over there and have them people I'm looking cute. They going to think, oh, I've never seen her before. She's just radiant and gorgeous. Let's go up to her. But it's not happening that way because the women there that look as good or better than you, they've been acting stupid too. So they say, no, not going to date. Nope, not going to approach. Nope, you're not getting my money. Oh, why don't they come up and say hi? Because I already know your tricks. I done already seen how y'all act. Y'all don't understand that some of these brothers watch YouTube. They actually watch the Manosphere. They actually watch this type of content. You see what y'all be acting like? And from afar, they can see, oh, they wasn't lying. I thought the American men were lying. They're not. Y'all actually do act like this. In that case, absolutely not. I'm not talking to you. And y'all get mad at them for not talking to you instead of changing your attitude.
I have finally figured out why I dislike all the men that I've ever been on dates with. I finally fucking put my finger on it. You want to know what it is? None of them make me feel like a fucking girl. I feel like I'm these fucking men's babysitter. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been to dinner with them and I have to fucking order for the two of us. Nothing gives me the ick more than a man who's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, all right, got it, babe. Don't worry. At the end of the dinner, the waiter doesn't know who the fuck to hand the check to because clearly I'm the man of the house. I've gone out with men who I feel like I need to do the sidewalk rule and walk closer to the road to make sure they're safe and hold their hand while we cross and look both ways. I went out with a guy once and he fucking couldn't find parking, and I get that you're not in control of that, but problem solved, babe. Figure it out. We've been doing laps for 20 minutes now. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I literally had to sit there and be like, should we valet? Should we valet? Should we valet? And he was like, yeah, we can do that. And it's like, why was that not your idea? Do you even know where the fuck we're going? How the fuck am I supposed to sit here and be a princess and rub the back of your head if I'm pulling up Google Maps? You know what? I will take some of the blame. Some of it was my problem. Some of it was my abandonment issues coming out where I feel like I had to do the most to keep these men. Just make sure they're taken care of and like, I'm gonna be like such a good like date. Like no, fuck off. No, I'm gonna sit there and you're gonna open the door for me and you're gonna do all these things for me because I'm the fucking woman. I can't tell you how good it is to talk to a man who makes me feel like a little girl. Like I feel like a girl. I feel like I can be a girl. I feel like I can just sit and look pretty. I feel taken care of. I feel protected. How important it is for me to date a man who allows me to be in my feminine. I think being an Aries, I'm just a natural leader. I naturally want to take charge. Like if something's not getting done, I'm like, we got to figure it out, guys. So when I have a guy who I know can just figure it out and I can trust, that is major for me. If I can shut off my brain for 1 fucking second and just trust somebody to make sure that things are handled and taken care of, I will suck your so good. Nothing turns me on more than that. If you can get us from point A to point B, and I don't have to lift a fucking finger, what? Like, I am wet. I want a guy who's in touch with his feminine side and can turn it on when he needs to and be sensitive when he needs to, but he cannot be like that all the time. Not with me around. I will eat you alive. All these men want to be the man. But when it comes to being the man, why am I the man? Why are you not being the man? The man is not manning. That's so crazy, but we're on the up and up, girlies.
What is your best advice to single girls in New York City? Go get your free dinners. Go get your free dinners. Go have fun. Go date around. When I was single in New York back in the day, I decided one day that I was just going to date and I was going to find out what I wanted through dating. I don't think you can say what you want.
The thing is, ladies, is that you can't be saying this in one breath and then in the next breath be complaining that men are not taking you out to nice fancy dinners on the first date anymore. Because men know that you're doing this. They would rather have a very casual, easy to end kind of date like a coffee date or a walk. Men don't have a problem with you figuring out what you want and going on multiple dates. That's fine. The problem is when you expect him to invest a whole lot of resources and time and effort while you are not sure about him at all. Or still trying to figure it out, which again is okay. And he's totally okay with that. He just doesn't want your expectations to be way up here when what you're willing to give is way down here.
Wow.
Serious question, why do men think that women care about their opinion? Are you not paying attention to the global phenomenon taking place right now where women are figuring out that they're actually better off without men and that we don't have to put up with your behavior? Instead of, I don't know, becoming better men and actually treating women like human beings, you're flailing and starting to become complete assholes that nobody wants anything to do with. Those men who do get a wife end up with some submissive little Christian girl who was told she had to get married young and then was told she could never divorce. So like, she's not with you because she wants to be, she's with you because she thinks if she divorces you, she'll go to hell. I guess good for you. You're a better option than going to hell for all eternity. Congrats, bro. I'm pretty sure we could fix all our problems in our current society if men would just go to therapy, learn how to actually take care of themselves, and then get their own friends so that they're not as dependent on women, because women certainly aren't dependent on you anymore. It's become very clear that y'all don't know how to handle yourselves when women have their own autonomy and don't have to depend on you.
What does it mean when only unattractive men approach women? That they have money to spend on you. Okay? That's what it means, ma'am. They got all these savings. They got good credit, they not going broke behind no women or no wife because they ugly, unless they are. It just means they have more money to spend and they're more willing to spend. Just to give men more power when they choose to leave a relationship first, because it doesn't matter who leaves first. What matters is who leaves with what they wanted. Yeah, it matters who leaves with what they wanted or more than what they came in with. It's never about who leaves first in any type of power. It's about, did you get what you want? Because I got what I wanted. And also a lot of people don't realize this. If you're focused too much on a man, you make him the priority of your life. The focus should always be on you and what you want and what you need. If he focuses on you and you focus on you, then it's a win-win for you. Sparkle, sparkle. And if he likes you, it's a win for him because he likes you and that's who he wants to be focusing on.
Here's a hot take that might ruffle some feathers. And if so, good. Let's ruffle them up. Instead of normalizing women making the first move, can we normalize men to pay attention to and understand the subtle cues of body language? Because women already do make the first move. It's called eye contact. Okay, listen. If a woman locks eyes with you, she glances at you more than one time, gives you a soft smile. That is the first move. That is the green light. That is her way of saying, hey, I've spotted you. Come talk to me. Like, worst case, you go talk to her and she says, no thanks, I'm not interested. I'm out with my friends tonight. That's going to hurt your ego for like a minute, and then you're going to get over it.
A man being rejected by a woman that he approaches is not the worst thing that can happen. Because being called a creep or being accused of something that he didn't do is way worse. And because of this, it is the smartest of women that recognize this, and they will do more than just these silly hints of looking at a man for him to approach her. The smartest of women understand what men go through, and they understand that a lot of women are telling men, do not approach me, do not look at me, do not be a creep. And so when they see a man that they are interested in, They will lead the conversation. They will approach him. They will say hi to him. That's literally all you have to do, ladies. And reality check, women that have a difficult time with this, it is because they fear rejection, because women are not used to being rejected. But ladies, this is the reality, okay? If you don't want guys approaching you that might have an indication that you're interested in them just by a look, just by something very casual, if you don't want that because it's creepy, guess what? You're going to have to take the lead. You're going to have to be okay with some level of rejection. At least that's my hot take that might ruffle some feathers.